It's nuts. And Endless Sin has been defeated. Yeah, this DodoRex is nuts. What's up, guys? It's KingDaddyDMAC, and welcome back to another episode of Ark Survival Evolved. That's right, we're playing here today with Ark Omega, having so much fun doing flips. Man, oh man, been a while since I said that. Anyway, yeah, speaking of been a while, it's been a while since we've been on the Omega server. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, I still play this every single day for at least a couple hours. It's been kind of my chill out, hang out, just have fun, relax game that continued after we did the full season of it. And we did finish the game, we did beat the game. But there's just so much to do. It's so much fun. I really enjoy this mod. Plus, there's been tons of updates. And I thought today I wanted to kind of just show off some of the new things that I've been up to. We're starting a brand new, our Eternal season just ended, and we're about to start a brand new season starting tomorrow. And I spent most of the day building the server and whatnot, and a little exhausted. Didn't really feel up to doing a first episode of the new season. So you can expect that tomorrow. But for today, I thought it could be kind of a chilled, relaxed time, and I just kind of update you on what I've been up to. Speaking of which, we still do have an Omega member server that has been up and will continue to be up. And there's been talks about whether we should either add a new map to it or have a fresh start. These are all different things that we're working out, but is on the Discord. If you want to join that, you just got to be a YouTube member or a Twitch subscriber. Either will do. But anyway, yes, what have I been up to? There's been lots of different changes to Omega. They've added in all sorts of cool new stuff, including, let's have a look-see. There we go. They added in these new medallions. Yeah, where you can have basically two different sets of armor on at the same time. This particular one's a really good one. It's a legendary one for the Reaver. I got a couple of them so far. I got one for the full gravity suit. I got, let me see, where are my other medallions? The Sanctuary suit and the Soul Scream. So yeah, slowly working my way through that. So pretty cool. They also added in other cool stuff for dinos. Yes, they basically, since we played last, they made all the bosses twice as hard. They got like doubled health and everything. But to make up for that, there is, I think I have them on me. Let me, oh, they're in here. Here we go. Yeah, they added in these new affinity medallions. Yeah, they're pretty sweet. Gives increased melee and ability damage and dodge and damage reduction. It's insane when you wear them. Plus, they also added in, check this out, you can now curse saddles and add an extra variant onto your guys. It's super duper neat, and it's super duper helpful for bosses, which kind of, you know, they don't have a unique saddle or nothing. So now you can actually add really cool things to them. So I've been kind of spending the last few weeks capturing and breeding a bunch of boss guys. I got a finished DodoRex here, and today I am about to do a dragon. Yeah, I've got all the eggs. I've spent a long time breeding them. And finally, today is the day that I'm going to hatch out the final set of babies. Look at that. Awesome. And we're going to go ahead and grab any one of them. Beautiful. Looks like we got all males there. What are the chances? And yes, we are going to max out a dragon. This is a lethal one. This is the 7th variant. We're going to make it into a darkness version, just like our DodoRex over here. And this has been actually one of the coolest creatures yet, the DodoRex. We'll show it off today, but I want to see what's going on with the dragon as well. Let's go ahead and get all the beautifulness into it. Boom, boom, boom. And for those of you wondering, yes, we do allow you to get up to max stats in mutations on here. That's how I did my season. And speaking of which, I am considering doing a new season where I actually play with all official everything. the way the rules and everything. But for this server, we're allowed to do that. So that's pretty cool. And it's kind of neat because you can really see what is the maximum power a creature can potentially have. Because I do believe it is possible to do, even at vanilla or very close to vanilla settings. But it's very expensive. Takes a long time. But anyway, that is now an Endless Darkness dragon, right? Yup, that's basically the best you can do. So pretty happy about that. And I just so happen to have all the paragons perfectly counted out, set and ready so that we can get our dragon all the way up to Paragon 100. So I'm going to get all these bad boys pumped in. It's going to take me a hot second, so I'll cut out while I do that. However, I do want to show off some of the other cool creatures that we have obtained. So for one, I do have a Darkness DodoRex, and it's got a really cool saddle. Really like this one. Melee, 78% boosted. Very cool. Plus, it gives it Rampage variant. Yeah, so on top of all the stuff that we have, it also gives it Rampage. So that's pretty sick. It's proved to be extremely powerful. We will demonstrate for today. And I may share the saddle between that and our brand new dragon. I also made a Darkness Penguin and just so happened to be lucky enough to get the legendary saddle. I had it off because it has a constant firestorm like this. It's always up, but it's a pretty cool creature. And actually does even passively a lot of damage to stuff. So we'll demonstrate that too into the future, but is a Darkness variant. And then I have a Darkness Endless Dodo with the Commando Loco saddle. Also a legendary, forces it to 50 times. Extremely strong. And it's so silly because some of these, like the Jerboa, the Penguin, the Dodo, there's some of the strongest creatures in this mod. You never would think once you add on the saddle. So yeah, pretty cool. Anyway, we can demonstrate both of those guys later in the episode, so pretty sweet. But let me get this dragon all pumped up, and I'll show off a couple other things. Then we can do some boss fights. All right, we're up to 50. We need breakers now. So let's go ahead into the Gene Splicer and merge. Beautiful. And let's get it all the way to Paragon 100. And then I decided to use this saddle. Yeah, pretty good one. This one is Detonate on it. I got tons of fun ones to try. I grabbed out even more. Just for funsies to try it out. But since we're leveling up, I think Detonate's actually pretty cool. Let's go ahead, toss these in. And for those of you that don't know, the Darkness variant is basically the group variant for all the 7ths, which are all the, every single type of ability has a 7th variant. There's 6 and then the 7th. And it's usually some of the best abilities. Element's one of them. That's why we're getting Element in its inventory. It just generates it. Lethal is an awesome one. Druid's part of it. Armored's part of it. All the best ones. So it is all set. Beautiful. Let's go ahead. Well, I guess we're going to level it up naturally. Let's go ahead and give it a potion. Bada boom, and it should feed it to itself. Come on, Brosy. Hurry up. Feed yourself. There we go. Awesome. All right. Should be good to go. Let's just wait until it fills up and we'll take it out for a ride as we level it together. I think it should be pretty fun. I'm excited to find out. I really like the DodoRex and I think it should be pretty exciting to see. By the way, yeah, I'm wearing the Midas armor right now that turns us completely gold. It turned even dumpling gold. Look at that. Golden dumpling, bling bling, bro. Yeah, well, that's just for show. I've been working on a new set of armor with crazy Magic Find. For those of you that don't know, Magic Find is basically what gives you insane drop rate. Yes, and you can now, another change is use the shield, and it's a separate offhand thing from everything else. So it's super awesome. It's kind of mismatching. You can see why I didn't wear it to start off the video, but I even got also a really good charm. These are all, by the way, cursed armor. It's normal vanilla armor. that has the imbue or enchantment. And yeah, it is absolutely naughty for your magic find. Now, let's take a real quick look at what my total magic find is now. So, total magic find, 1,118. Insanity. I'm still working on it to get it higher, but let's also do one more thing, because another change that happened. We'll show off the guy in just a second. Let me just show off my new armor. There's so many things. Like, I'm talking, it's been like, what, almost a month since I showed all the updates. Well, anyway, this bad boy, let's go ahead and feed him an egg so we can pick him up. All right, they changed the enforcers, and the enforcers used to be based off of their own damage and everything. No longer the case. It's now based off of the player's damage. So it does a lot less, but if you do everything correctly, it still does. Look at that. That's a lot of damage. But look at the drops. It is going to be raining. Absolutely raining drops. And because of this, we've been able to get so many cool things. And of course, they do have these medallions now dropped from everything. Again, this is kind of old info. This all happened like a couple weeks ago. But we have the really good ones, which are the legendary. This gives you one item. We have the full set, which means I can wear my Magic Find armor now while also having all the abilities of said set. So yeah, you saw it. I'll just show you. Running through the water real quick. How many drops we get? Because, I mean, it's absolutely nutty. Everything drops. Like, just, we thought it was high before in the past. It just rains. It's absolute insanity. Everything. I get a drop from literally everything that dies, and usually multiple drops. Yeah. So, Magic Find armor, so helpful. It's like one of the biggest tips for anyone trying to play Omega. You want to have Magic Find, and as high as you possibly can, and it's going to help you immensely. But we're able, because of that medallion, to have our our Reaver set on now while we're in the Magic Find, and this Reaver set is awesome. Look at how fast I can attack. It is so silly. Just look at this. Have you ever seen a guy move so quickly? And it just annihilates everybody and anything. Come here, bros. You know, I wonder if it would be even faster with the Midas set, because that also makes your player move faster. Just look at it. We are lean, mean, killing machines. I love this so much. Ooh, we got a guy that's got crazy dodge. I want to see. Miss. Look at that. Like, we can get everybody. It's just, it's nutty. It's absolutely nuts. So, yeah, just had to show you. It's so much fun. Eventually, somebody's going to get me, but... Get wrecked! It's pretty cool. All right, anyway, let's get back to our dragon now. That is the Reaver set. With, of course, the special legendary... Or no, that's not even the legend. I don't think there is a legendary for that one. But anyway, neither here nor there. Let's try out our Endless Darkness Dragon. All right, and right now we're wearing the Detonate. Let's go ahead, just give him one of these. All right, so the Detonate, it kind of like explodes the damage around you, like detonates. So we're gonna get tons of kills. Come here, guys. We get one, and they all explode all around us. All right, let's get into something that's a little bit more stuff. Watch, even the rocks explode. What the crap was that? That looked funny. All right, let's go. Now, I haven't really used dragons much this season, so it might be a little bit of a learning experience for us. Good God, this is crazy strong. But one of the coolest things about the bosses are their ability to, you know, use like a fire breath attack. It just does so much rapid damage. And it's going to be interesting to see who's actually better, the dragon or the DodoRex. Of course, the dragon is flight. Oh, it is just nutty. We haven't even put levels in yet, and we're doing almost 60 bill. absolute craziness. Oh, look at all these guys. Come here, guys. Just explode them out of the air. Can we find like a big cluster? Oh, I love it so much. Now, with the DodoRex, I can go into the water. With the dragon, I'm pretty sure we'll dismount. But that's where like the real clusters of guys are. Ooh, this all the bosses, their volume is just so excessively loud. All right, how we doing? Almost maxed out. Definitely, we got enough levels though for what we need. All right, let me get them all pumped in, and I think we might be able... Oh, let me show off the Dodo and the Penguin first, but first let me pump the levels in. All right, I have pumped in all the levels, getting us to max attack. Let's just see real quick. What is it gonna hit for? Oh, that is so much. 142 billion. Yes, billion. Absolutely nutty. And then use some of our moves. Oh, it's a lot. Of course, it's kind of more impressive when you do it against bosses and whatnot. Oh, that's super cool. Oh, look at our guy too. It is so sick looking. I like that, how it's like glowing in red. All right, anyway, let's go ahead. Let's try some of the other shadows real quick, just to see. Oh, let's also make sure it's on passive. All right, so right now we've been using the detonate one. Let's swap it up and let's try... Oh, I've been curious. Look at that. It is now a Colossus type one. That's kind of funny. Look how you can see the other dragon inside of it. I wonder if that goes away. That's weird. That is super weird. Oh my lord. Let's see if I pick him up, what happens. I feel like there's some... I feel like... Oh, did it fix itself? Hold on. Let's just look at it real quick. Does it have... I'm going to pick it up and throw it back out. Let's see what happens to it. It is super strange. And... Did that... Yep, that fixed it. Awesome. So now we can be a Colossus Darkness Dragon. Now, unfortunately, you don't get the extra power bonus, I don't believe, as you would from like a Colossus type that's 8 times. Yeah, as you can see, we're not actually hitting for more damage, but it's just neat. And some of the stuff, you of course do retain their special ability. With Colossus, it would be the big Colossus Slam, which really isn't too helpful for a dragon, but kind of neat. Kind of neat indeed. Anyway, that's the dragon for now. And I think we're going to be possibly rocking... There is a brutal variant one right here. And that gives extra... I mean, that could be helpful. There's a lot of good ones. Starfire, Stalker. Yeah, I think I might have a Rampage in here. Gorgon. Oh, I wanted to try these ones. What would one of these do? Let's take that off. And let's put on a loot one. Look at a golden dragon now. That is so cool. I like it. And look, we're hitting for even less damage, but I don't know. It's kind of silly. I love all these new saddle things. Now, part of the reason why I think they added them is there's these new mini bosses around the map too, which that's the main way that you get like Paragon Breakers and whatnot. And they're kind of interesting. Let me see if I can find one. I've actually never... Oh, I can see one way across the map. I've actually never battled one yet. Yeah, I haven't seen one that had stuff we need, but I'll kind of show you what's up with them. It's new addition to Omega. Let's see. They seem to always like to spawn way over here. You can always see them from across the map. And let's see what this guy requires. Please be a loot dragon. Please. It's just completely randomized, almost like how the quests are. Let's see here. It's always a really cool looking creature too. All right, what do we got? So it's a Crystal Wyvern Queen. Mini boss, can only be damaged by a Leech Cetus, and that's, is that all? Is there no type also? All right, well, unfortunately, that's a sea creature, and I don't think I have one, and I definitely don't have one that could fly up here. But if you were able to defeat it with that guy, I'd get 18 Paragon Breakers from it. So that's basically how that works. No loot dragon today. Would have been cool. All right, should we swap up to another type again? Man, that's crazy how much the damage went down. All right, kind of not a safe area. But you know what we can do over here? Let's go ahead, pick this guy up for now. And let's try out, how about our penguin? It feels appropriate being in the snow. There we go. All right, come on, guys. Let me see, how do I have, oh, let's go ahead and feed this guy a health potion. How do I have this saddle done? Damage reduced by armor equipped. Ability damage is what I focused on with this guy. Come on in. All the imbues, you can roll for so much. Now, the only unfortunate thing about the Dodo... Look at that. Holy! The only unfortunate thing about the Dodo and the Penguin is they are both hyper slow creatures. So not really something that I'd want to use as an everyday mount for going around on, but excellent creatures for bossing. But yeah, I can just kind of chill here, and eventually, you can tell I did miracles. Look at that. Oh, what? I hope you weren't... Oh, man, that was a 145 Prime Earthstorm. That would have been worth taming. All right, what else we got? Oh, you know what? That probably means there's a hoarder chest around here. But in any case, yes, absolutely epic. What did we get? Oh, that would have been cool if we got a DodoRex thing. What else does this give? Immunity Impulse, 90% damage reduction. Gains Detonate ability. That's the one we're doing that explodes everything. I mean, it's just all in all an awesome creature. So I've been able to take out all the way through Endless, guys, with just this penguin, nothing else. In fact, just AFKing sitting on him. You know, it does require massive stats to do so, but it's not bad. While riding a parasaur. All right. Anyway, let's go ahead. I think that guy will be better demonstrated once we're taking on bosses. And then the Dodo, Endless Darkness Dodo. Come here, buddy. Look at the speed. So this one's a little bit better than the penguin. Of course, you know what? Let's go ahead and do that. They feed themselves because they are potion variant. 6.1 billion. Not bad. And this guy gives them a 50 times multiplier. So that's higher than any, like, single ability type. Come on, buddies. It's pretty awesome. So gives them metal variant. What are the other things? It's been a little bit. So it gains detonate. That detonate ability gains metal variant as well. It's pretty good. I'm not seeing the detonate ability go off, though. Come on, guys. And then being a darkness, can we find a big group of people? But I mean, it's just incredible how this mod is able to take a Dodo and just make him this good, you know? It's totally nuts. Come on, guy. It's pretty good damage. So, anyway, there's probably better variants, too, for outright damage, but I've just really been loving the Perfect Darkness variants. So, a lot of the guys, when you don't know what type to choose, it's always a great fallback. You know, you just kind of can't go wrong. But yes, this is the Dodo. Get wrecked. As you can see, though, the dragon is hitting for a lot more. A real lot more. It's quite a good creature. So, and that is more of the highlight. But just some other guys, fun guys that I worked on. So, yeah, I like them. All right, let's go head on over to the boss fighting area and let's try out our Dodo, our new, saddle. Let's try out our new Wyvern versus, not Wyvern, Dragon versus our DodoRex. Ooh, compy, is that a compy saddle? Yes! Get wrecked! That's pretty cool. That's the saddle that you're able to pick guys up. Shoulder cannon. That is awesome. All right, let's head over to the boss fighting spot. All right, I am ready. We've got our two fighters out, both Endless Paragon 100, and yes, they are both two-statted. Probably wouldn't be too realistic to do as a solo creature if you don't have very serious stats, but we're going to be battling Endless Jackpot. I don't know, I think it's a good level, a tier of difficulty, defense, and just everything to be able to showcase these guys while not being too obnoxious of a fight. And depending on how long it takes, I may attempt an Endless Sin. Just because I think the Endless Sin is one of the hardest bosses in the game thus far. Anyway, Endless Souls across the board of all the lucky variants. And if we do this fight correctly, it is quite quick. We can actually get it at the first proc of our special ability. Doesn't always happen, but it is possible if we have all the conditions just right. So let's go on up to him. We're going to want to wait because this is a lucky type. We're going to want to wait until it is procking all the correct buffs off of us. So we're looking, in particular, looking for when it gets element sickness, and then curse is another good one too. Come on, buddy. Let's go. As you can see, it hits us for a pretty dramatic amount as well. All right, we got the curse. Come on, come on, get a shard. There's a shard out. Come on, buddy. Get it, get it, get it. Yes! Look at this. So we get Rampage with it, and look at the melt that we get. Holy crap. That's over half the health. We still... Oh, there goes the lethals. It's over. That's what I'm talking about. And that is why the darkness are so incredibly powerful. Holy crap. So, again, may not be possible if you do not two-stat it. It would be definitely a lot more difficult, but... Wow, this is the capability of what a max stat DodoRex, more or less, is able to do. Insane. I have to say, in my opinion, it's been one of the best so far. I'm sure there's better out there, but this has been pretty dang good for me. Also interesting, Jackpot got changed. It no longer drops the unique lucky tokens for summoning luckies. It used to be how you get the Omega versions. No longer a thing. So, a little sad face there. And then breakers are no longer dropped by the monsters. And this is an Endless Jackpot. It consistently gives you 9 breakers, and that's it. So, yeah, kind of rough. Kind of rough now. Those mini bosses is really where you're promoted to get the breakers and all sorts of stuff. Not sure how I feel about it, just because it's hard to farm them. It's in some ways easier, but if you don't have the correct stuff to take them on, it can be quite difficult. So anyway, this has been using the Rampage. I also have no special ability boosts on this one. That might be the better way of going, but just kind of putting that out there. But anyway, that's this guy. We're going to try now, and the Rampage I've seen to be probably one of the more reliable ones for just getting a quick, easy power boost. And it really helps with guys that have that fire breath attack to be able to do massive, massive damage. Now, this one I'm going to try. I haven't tried it yet, but I have a Gorgon one, which I think was kind of interesting. And it gives us a little bit of a melee, but a pretty decent ability damage boost as well. And by the way, I've been looking to see if it's possible to get medallions. I haven't got one dropped yet, an affinity one, but that would be kind of game changing. So this is without, I don't even know if they exist for bosses, But if they did, holy crap. And by the way, all these guys, I should have been wearing the medallion when doing it, when using the penguin, or let me see, or the dodo. I mean, look at the boost you get. It's insanity. So anyway, let's try a Gorgon version. I'm just kind of curious. I want to see if it would work. I want to see if it's a viable thing and how much of a boost. Because, you know, even though we wouldn't get the rampage, if we can freeze them, that would be, you know, in stone. That would be pretty insane and give us a pretty dramatic boost. So, I don't know. I think it'll be interesting. Really, we're trying to do whatever we can that's going to get the damage big enough that we can proc the lethal. All right, and I'm going to be pretty much just on the grounds for this whole fight. Now, this guy is got 22, what is that, trillion health? It's insane. This is no joke. I know it looked easy. Trust me, this guy is not easy. All right, same conditions. We're waiting for that ability to proc before we use our special attacks. All right, come on. If it doesn't happen right, this can take, you know, like 5 minutes or so. These are some pretty high-end creatures. Come on, buddy. Got to just be patient. It will happen. All right, element sickness. Let's go. All right, we did not get... Oh, wait, we got some type of freeze. It's frozen, though. It's not the one we wanted. Keep on going. It's still doing a lot of damage. I'm going to go ahead, proc the ability again. Okay, and we didn't have a curse there. So as you can see, without all those things proccing correctly, little rough. Let's see what our normal bite does. All right, come on, keep on going. All right, we got another shard out. Now, the other thing is this guy is this guy is crazy dodge, so it's very important that we also get off the disruption. All right, he's stoned this time, so that's cool, but that already ended, and we were unable to get everything to work out together. So I think I want to try the Rampage one, though, as well. That might have been part of the game changer. I hate to judge it without being similar and fair. All right, we got a disruption. Didn't have the element sickness, though, on top of the disruption. Well, as you can see, I mean, this is still melting. If I did this with, like, my dragonfly or something like that, it takes, like, 30 minutes to get this guy. All right, come on. Let's go. All right, just hoping that we get lucky and maybe get a lethal. If we can get one lethal proc, that pretty much ends the fight. Let's go, bro. All right, again, conditions did not match. Let's go, buddy. All right, we got another shard popped off. Come on. Now, a guy can only be disrupted, I think, once every 45 seconds. And we got the disruption there. I wasn't quick enough after he got sharded. In fact, it feels like the shards aren't lasting as long. Come on. I'd say, though, I mean, DodoRex almost fell. Oh, we got lethal. Oh, it's over. And he's stoned. Oh, but we're missing like crazy. All right, the lethal is in there. And you can see how our damage jumped up to 34,000. As soon as we can get a disrupt in, it's... Oh, he is going to be wrecked. Dude, look at that. 687 bill. It's over. It's close to over. Again, not having the disrupt really hurts. Come on. Waiting for an element sickness to kick in. It does massive... Oh, let's go. Disrupted. I heard it. Over. That's what you need. You need a couple of the abilities, all the proc, as well as getting the disruption, so you hit. Because that's the thing. This guy dodges, I think, like 90% of what you do. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Might have just been bad luck that time, which definitely happens. But, I mean, it's still pretty awesome to be able to do it. All right, let me get everything cleared out, and this time I'm going to swap and put the Rampage saddle on this guy and just see if we get a difference. All right, got the Rampage on the dragon this time. Let's just see if we can get everything done just as quick as we could on the DodoRex. All right, I'm hoping that we can, just so I can make the battle be shorter. It's always nice and refreshing when it's quick. All right, let's go, buddy. Do you have your potions? That's very important so we can get our stamina regen really quick. All right, Mr. Jackpot. Let's go, bro. So again, gotta wait for those conditions to be good. It kind of feels like the dragon's DPS on the fire attack, at least sound-wise, it doesn't seem quite as quick. Come on. As soon as we see element sickness. Let's go. And it's important that we also get our Rampage up. Come on, buddy. All right, there's a shard. It's going to go off any second. All right, let's go. Come on, my stamina's gone. All right, Rampage. We already got lethal. Look at that. That's partially luck, guys, but big damage. This one's going to be, I mean, look at it already, how quick. Now, with the DodoRex, we're able to completely take him out. Part of that was that stamina did not last as long as I had hoped. All right. Oh, come on. If he could get disrupted right there, he would have been done. We gotta basically, we're forced to wait almost that full 45 seconds. Come on, buddy! So at least lethal lasts for us. Alright, got the disruption. It's over. Love it. Thank you very much. Alright, buddy. Let's go. Stupid ragdolls. This can be really bad on your server. It's funny how they potentially can get bigger and bigger and bigger. So I'd say, I think the Rampage, I mean, partially it was luck that we got lethal so early, but that Rampage really does seem to help because I think it affects every one of the other abilities, like dramatically. Anyway, let me clear out. I'm going to try once more. We're going to try, I think, the DodoRex. I'm going to try it with a brutal saddle this time. You know what? I changed my mind. We're going to try it with the Stalker. I kind of feel like brutal wouldn't necessarily be as helpful. I'm not even sure how much that ability affects a Jackpot, if he could be immune to it, to the bleed, or what. And Stalker generally, for most of the things that take out the bosses quickly, has to do with doing a Stalker one. It really would help out if I had other people around helping to do debuffs, helping to do frenzies, stuff like that. It would make these fights be dramatically faster. Curses. But for the most part, we can deal. So again, that same thing. We're waiting for it to get sharded. All right, there's a shard. There we go, or the element sickness. Dude. Wrecked. Holy cow. That was crazy. I don't even know if I had my, I pressed the button twice by mistake. I don't even know if I had my Stalker on or what, but that was absolutely nuts. I still like the Rampage, I think, the best. I'm not as good with the Stalker, but that was pretty intense. Endless Jackpot. Solo. No other buffs or anything. Absolutely nutty. The main advantage is the stats. So, yeah, I mean, that's a lot. All right, let me get it cleared out, and I feel like the DodoRex, hands down, is just, I don't know if it's been luck, but it just feels that powerful. Why don't we, just for funsies, take on an Endless Sin? And by the way, I've only done this once before, and I did it with a dragonfly that I could fly up above and not get hit. So let's find out. All right, guys, just saying this might be a long fight. We may have major editing. And I may die. I don't know. But yes, this is the Endless Sin. He's going to make it nighttime. I kind of feel like the Stalker might have been the better way to go. But I don't know. We'll find out. So, I think I forgot to put the potions in when we took on the last Jackpot. All right, here it goes. Endless Sin. Come on, buddy. I'm going to use the same strategy. Wait for him to get sharded. Come on. There we go. Let's go, bro. We're doing... This guy's so much more powerful than Jackpot. Holy crap. Come on. Now, the hard part about Sin 2 is that he's part vampire, which means he's able to heal himself off of hitting you. All right, element sickness. I think that's too soon. It didn't do much, guys. It did not do very much. We're just going to have to hope. And I mean, we're hitting him. Look how much we're hitting him for. Oh, my Lord. All right, let's wait for him to get sharded. You know what? He's not going to take as much damage. I forget about that from the shards. You know, it's not like Jackpot. Oh, but if we can get a lethal in here, I think that's going to be the game changer. Come on. It may take a while. Good God. Yeah, Stalker might have been the better way to go with this one. Come on. All right, we can do our breath to get Rampage to max. Come on, get Rampage. I don't know why it's going up so slow. There we go. Oh, man. 137 billion, not bad. Now, notice our health. We're doing fine health-wise. That's the most important, because if your health is not good, you're not going to do so hot. All right, we got the full shebang there. Melting him down, but he's going to heal up probably a lot of it. Disruption does help, though, quite a bit, because Sin does dodge a lot. All right. Yeah, so I'm going to keep on grinding them until I get a lethal to kick in. Once that eventually happens, that's going to pretty much be the game changer that's going to allow us to defeat them. Otherwise, not going to be a thing. Another thing I'm not sure is if I could swap saddles on the fly. If that were a thing, you know, then maybe we could swap to Stalker. But anyway, I'll see you guys back. Oh my Lord! Finally! It took me till he's down to about a quarter health before I got a lethal to kick in. And it should be easy going now, but I thought I was going to have to brute through the entire thing. Absolutely absurd. This is by far, look at that, 192 trillion health. And, yeah, all the things with Jackpot, like the element sickness and stuff, doesn't really help that much with Sin. The Disrupt definitely is helpful. In fact, it seems like I even miss even when I have them disrupted. But, yeah, finally bigger damage coming in. I do kind of feel, I don't know, I feel like the Stalker might have been more useful to try and get, you know, a big hit to get the lethal to proc sooner. But, I mean, at this type of health, it really is just kind of luck. But yeah, you can finally see we're hitting with our breath attack 32 mil. And it's quite possible I'd be better. I have on this saddle no ability damage boost. It might have been way better. This is still a rough fight, even with a lethal proc. If we could get one more to come on, but I'll be honest, that might not happen. Dude, he is so insane. Such a monstrous battle. And again, without two stats, I probably would not even consider this fight. Not alone, anyway. Holy crap. But hey, we'll get our trophy. Come on, buddy. And you know what? Because of his health regen, we've had to do so much more damage even. All right, come on, buddy. All right, so our stamina back. Of course, our rampage isn't procced. Come on. Oh, we got a double lethal. Beautiful. All right, let's get a rampage. Come on, buddy. Oh, we didn't get it quite in time, but now we're doing 101 billion with the breath attack. And, oh, come on, finish him. Give me my trophy. Let's go. I honestly wasn't even sure this would be doable. Oh, but it's so good. And this is it, guys. Only, does that still say 5 trillion? But I mean, just look at the amount of damage we're doing. It's nuts. And Endless Sin has been defeated. Yeah, this DodoRex is nuts. Absolutely nuts. All right, guys, I can't believe we actually did it. I mean, that's still a pretty tremendous thing to be able to get an endless version of Sin. You know, it is quite the fight. I challenge any of you to do it. It is kind of almost pointless to do. Other than this trophy, not really much you get from it yet, but it's pretty cool to just see the capabilities of such a creature. Yeah, the bosses now with the saddles, I mean, they're already incredible, but it just adds a whole new dimension to it. So pretty dang cool. But anyway, guys, thank you so very much for watching. It's been a pleasure, as you always do. Please remember to show that amazing support for the series by smashing that thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel or you haven't yet, seriously, what are you waiting for? It is the perfect time to subscribe and make sure to tune in for the newest series. We'll be starting tomorrow. We're going to be playing hard mode on it too. Yeah, with mostly vanilla-ish settings. It should be fun. It should be a challenge. Should be one of my hardest series yet. So yeah, definitely come check it out. But anyway, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks again. And as always, peace out.